As one of the most hilarious zombie movies made, Zombieland has no doubt left its mark on zombie history. Led by Jesse Eisenberg's Columbus, the actor sure has a witty way of surviving the apocalypse. And for today's video, we'll be letting you in on all of Columbus's survival rules. Plus, did you know that Zombieland 2 almost had a Ghostbusters reunion? Keep watching to find out more. What are the guidelines Columbus outlines in Zombieland for surviving the zombie apocalypse? Let's take a look at the rules that Jesse Eisenberg developed while traveling in today's video. In Zombieland, Columbus developed a set of guidelines for surviving the zombie apocalypse. Before the final script was produced, the film's development began in 2005 under the direction of Venom's Fleischer. In the zombie movie Zombieland, 4 people travel cross-country together during a zombie outbreak that began as a strain of mad cow disease mutated, resulting in a massive outbreak. Woody Harrelson, Jesse Eisenberg, Emma Stone, and Abigail Breslin played the main characters in Zombieland. 2 survivors, played by Harrelson and Eisenberg, as Tallahassee and Columbus, eventually crossed paths with 2 sisters, Wichita, Stone, and Little Rock, Breslin. It was better to go by nicknames, or in their case, the places they connected with, than to become attached to particular persons. Columbus is revealed to be adhering to a set of guidelines he's made for life in a zombie-infested land right from the beginning of the film. All of Columbus's known guidelines for surviving the zombie apocalypse in Zombieland are listed in today's episode. Some were made clear in the movie, while others come from posters or promotional material. To fill in all 33 spots, some sources incorrectly mention rules created by fan sites or other non-canon sources. Nonetheless, all of the regulations listed below have official approval. Rule number 1, cardio. Rule number 2, double tap. Rule number 3, beware of bathrooms. Rule number 4, seatbelts. Rule number 6, cast iron skillet, as seen in a promo clip. Rule number 7, travel light. Rule number 8, get a kick-ass partner, shown in the poster. Rule number 12, bounty paper towels, which was shown in a promo clip. Rule number 15, bowling ball. This was also shown in a promo clip. Rule number 17, don't be a hero. Rule number 18, limber up. Rule number 21, avoid strip clubs, also shown in the poster. Rule number 22, when in doubt, know your way out. Rule number 29, the buddy system, as seen in the promo clip. Rule number 31, check the back seat. Rule number 32, enjoy the little things. Rule number 33, Swiss Army knife, which was also seen in a promo clip. Additionally, Columbus released the following guidelines in Zombieland Double Tap, claiming that his list has grown to 73 guidelines. Number 23, Ziploc bags. Number 36, sunscreen. Number 42, keep your hands to yourself. Number 52, don't be afraid to ask for help. Number 53, wet naps. As he traveled with Tallahassee, Columbus put the regulations together. More than others, some of the regulations are self-explanatory. For instance, the inclusion of the first exercise, cardio, was done to emphasize that the faster you are, the more chance you have of escaping and finding safety. It's also crucial to not be a hero, as mentioned with rule number 17, as showing off could backfire. The second rule, the double tap, might be the most crucial one. It also occurred to have an impact on the title of the Zombieland sequel, which will be released in October. The double tap rule was established by Columbus as a self-reminder to never presume a zombie was dead. It was always necessary to take another shot at the zombie's head. Only a few of Columbus's laws went on display in Zombieland. The rest were only made available through advertising. The young man didn't look like the kind who could survive a flesh-eating zombie invasion, but his rules, including the new rules from Zombieland Double Tap, made it possible for him to do so. It is hoped that those concerned would eventually publish a complete list of all 73. Now let's move on to another interesting fact about Zombieland, but this time let's talk about its sequel. Did you know Zombieland 2 almost had a Ghostbusters reunion, but unfortunately it didn't make the cut? And the reason? That's for you to find out more by watching today's video. Bill Murray returned to his role in Zombieland Double Tap, and some of his Ghostbusters co-stars almost joined him for a special cameo. It took 10 years for the Zombieland sequel, Fleischer's post-apocalyptic zombie comedy, to be released, but it brought back Woody Harrelson, Jesse Eisenberg, Emma Stone, Abigail Breslin, and several other familiar names. After the core 4 sought safety in the actor's estate, Murray played a version of himself in one of Zombieland's most memorable scenes. Murray posed as a zombie even though he wasn't afflicted to move around town undetected. After pulling a practical joke, Murray was mistaken for a real zombie by Columbus, who then shot the adored actor to death. Prior to Zombieland 2's release, Murray's participation was confirmed, but there were also speculations that fellow Ghostbusters actor Dan Aykroyd would be joining him. Murray did show up in the Zombieland 2 post-credits sequence. He was on a press tour for the debut of the third Garfield movie, in a flashback that took place before the zombie apocalypse. Al Roker and other media figures began to show signs of the zombie virus during his interviews. Murray then struggled to free himself while quoting some of his most well-known movie dialogue. In earlier versions of the credits scene, Murray, Dan Aykroyd, Ernie Hudson, and Harold Ramis were all seen playing golf before the end of the world. Before his former co-stars started turning into zombies, Joe Pesci would have been playing while Murray tried to persuade his colleagues to make Ghostbusters 3 in front of them. Although this version of the scenario was never realized, it served as the seed for numerous legends. But yes, it's true, there was supposed to be a Ghostbusters reunion in Zombieland 2 during the early developmental stages of the movie. Long before Zombieland 2 began production, a draft of the film already contained the Ghostbusters reunion scene. The script was leaked, which sparked speculation that Murray will make cameo appearances alongside other Ghostbusters stars, particularly Dan Aykroyd. There was some discussion among the film's writers about including a credit sequence that takes place before the end of the world, but there was never any progress. It would have been challenging even if Fleischer had wanted to incorporate a Ghostbusters reunion in Zombieland Double Tap. Harold Ramis had died 10 years after the first episode, so a reunion wouldn't have seemed appropriate. Along with the preparations for Ghostbusters Afterlife, a direct sequel to the two movies from the 1980s, another Ghostbusters movie was also released. Since many of the original Ghostbusters actor will rejoin in Afterlife, the sequence wouldn't have been particularly creative. Now that we know a Ghostbusters reunion has almost happened, we can't help but feel a bit disappointed with this piece of information. But as consolation, we're telling you what to expect about Zombieland 3. After Zombieland was released, a draft for the sequel was almost immediately created, but Fleischer claimed in an interview with Entertainment Weekly that it wasn't the right kind of follow-up. As a result, the sequel was shelved for years, while Reese and Wernick concentrated all of their creative energy on Deadpool. For Zombieland 3, will fans have to wait another 10 years? Or may things move a little more quickly this time? Here's what we do know. But the good news is that Zombieland's director already has an idea for the third installment. When asked by MovieWeb if he had any ideas for a third Zombieland film, Fleischer responded that the first two films shared a lot of structural similarities and that it would be interesting to visit some new locales. He jokingly suggested that Zombieland 3 may shoot somewhere with a little bit better weather than the frigid Atlanta. Let's imagine the movie beginning with them all getting off a boat and landing someplace and seeing what that's like. You know, just not shooting me in Atlanta again. Hawaii sounds nice this time of year. Nights in February in Atlanta are really cold. I wouldn't be made to see what's going on in Turks and Caicos, what their zombie virus was. This concept also appeals to screenwriters Paul Wernick and Rhett Reese. According to Wernick, who was speaking to The Wrap, the idea to shoot the upcoming film on an island first came from Woody Harrelson during the chilly Atlanta filming. In an attempt to get a reason to travel to Fiji and incorporate product placement into the film, the writers made light of the possibility that Fiji water could be the antidote for the zombie virus. After a fierce last zombie battle, Columbus, Tallahassee, Wichita, and Little Rock, who have spent 10 years surviving in Zombieland, all managed to escape alive, this time with Rosario Dawson's Nevada joining them. They all leave in Elvis Presley's automobile at the end of Zombieland Double Tap, leaving the door wide open for crazier, zombie-fueled adventures in the future. Double Tap introduces a new breed of super zombies that have developed to be more powerful and intelligent than the rest to make things even more fascinating. So, over time, the zombies might continue to evolve in interesting ways. With that, we're wrapping up today's episode about the Zombieland movies. Which of Columbus's guidelines do you think will come in handy in the event of a zombie apocalypse? Let us know in the comment section below. Before you go, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to our channel with the notification bell on for more videos like these. And we'll see you again next time. Thanks for watching.